Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. Before we get started with all that, let's talk about brand names of guns for a minute. You can go and buy a new Stevens pump shotgun. You can go and buy a new AR style rifle marked Armalite. You can go and get a H&R Partner shotgun. You can get these guns. Thing of it is, a lot of these brands, Iver Johnson for instance, a lot of these brands, old-time brands that you see for sale today, they're not a gun manufacturing company, okay? What that is the marketing ploy of trying to cash in on the good name of a no longer existing firearms manufacturing firm, more than likely to sell you a piece of junk. That's what it comes down to. Iver Johnson, the people, some of these companies' names remained in copyright after they went completely out of business. Harrington Richardson, for instance. So they went out and purchased the copyrighted name and procure firearms and mark them with that copyrighted name and sell them. An H&R Partner shotgun is not made by Harrington Richardson, Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay, it's made by probably Roron or Hawk or Daystar Industries in China. It's just not a Harrington Richardson gun. That's all there is to it. An Iver Johnson 45 automatic, okay, is made by the Philippine Arms Group, okay, and like that. Or maybe by TSOS, but not by Iver Johnson Gun and Cycle Works. Okay, so you have to kind of be careful because these people are trying to get you to purchase these firearms based on the name of this company that used to be very reputable, but now simply doesn't exist. Stevens has been out of business for almost 50 years now, and you can buy a Stevens pump shotgun, that's manufactured in China, basically a Chinese pump shotgun. Okay, they're single shot shotguns, and they're 410 turkey gun that they make now. That's a Stevens. It's made in China. So don't be fooled by this. This is simply a marketing scheme. Now, it's no longer a high-end, functional, operating gun company, manufacturing company. It's now simply the name is simply a marketing tool. So that's something to think about. Okay, with having that said, let's do hey, I got this old used gun, and the old used gun I got today is the Armalite AR24. Armalite is no longer in business, and it's one of those company names that's out there, copyrighted, that people are buying and selling and trading on. Now, the AR24 is a very good copy of a CZ75. This is probably, of all of the CZ75 clones that I've seen over the years, from Tangfolios to TSOS's, this is probably the best one. And I suspect, because this gun says Armalite, Springfield Armory got a hold of the name Armalite, okay, and started manufacturing and having guns manufactured under the name Armalite, selling them under the name Armalite. Eugene Stoner formed Armalite in the early 1960s, and by the mid 1970s they were out of business. Okay, and they manufactured a lot of stuff. Eugene Stoner designed several firearms that are still with us today, most notably the AR-15, M16 type weapons, the AR-10, which, unless you buy one of those guys from Brownells, everybody says this is an AR-10. Well, it's not. It's just not. The Brownells ones are very close to being an AR-10. But this is a very good copy, and I suggest it says on the gun Armalite AR24, and has the Armalite logo here on the side of it. It has the Armalite logo on the other side as well, and it says, and the Armalite logo up here on top, and it says Armalite Inc. Geneseo, Illinois, USA, which Springfield Armory, made in Turkey. I strongly believe that this gun is manufactured by TSAS. Now, TSAS manufactures the SAR. The SAR was a hot seller last year, year before last. It's basically a polymer clone of a CZ75. Looking at this gun, the quality seems to be very high. Looking at the TSAS variants of the 1911 and the Browning high power, and then looking at this, you can definitely see that, the TSAS quality is there. Now, TSAS is a company in Turkey that manufactures high-end copies of, defunct firearms. This guy, CZ75, they're now manufacturing the Browning high power that, FN Browning has gone out of the high power business, and TSAS has picked it up, and they make a very nice Browning high power on their Regent line. They also make a very nice 1911 on their Regent line. So having said all of that, we're going to try the old Armalite AR24 out. Now, it's just like in every way a CZ75. It has internal rail guides on it, like CZ75. It is a double action automatic. You pull the trigger and it fires. It has the same style safety as the CZ75. Then you can cock it and carry it cocked and locked. It does not have a decocker mechanism like the original CZ75 did not have one. The slide release is located in the same place and works the exact same way. Okay. And there's nothing ambidextrous about this gun. All of the controls are on the left hand of the side of the gun to be operated by your right thumb. Okay. It doesn't have a magazine release on both sides. It's not ambidextrous at all. And does not have a decocker. The only real difference I can find in it between it and an original CZ75 is this flat spot up here on the top, this little hump. Well, it's gnat season, and it gives you a little bit more gripping surface on the charging serrations. That's the only advantage I can find to it. Other than that, it makes it look kind of neat. Having said all of that, I've got a B-21 silhouette target set up at 15 yards, and I've got two 10 round, well, they're actually 15 round, but I only put 10 in them because I'm being cheap today. We're going to charge this guy up here and give it a whirligig and see how it actually operates. It has 1-dot sights on it. It has a nicely highlighted white front dot in the front post. And then this particular gun may have had white dots in the back because there's inlets where they would go. Okay? But they're just not there anymore. This is a used gun. Compliments of Apache Armaments over in Lebanon and down in Somerset. All right, now we're going to get this guy from the block and see if I can put them all into the woods over there on the left hand side of the range. Let's see how she actually shoots. I see that one. It's in the 9 to the left. That one's in the 9. Oh, that's much better. I didn't change my point of aim at all, and it's a little bit better. Maybe me. You got to work on them old steady hold factors a little bit better, I guess. Okay. Well, all right then. That's 10. Hey, that was pretty good. Let's try 10 on the old 25-yard steel. Silhouette. See where we can get there. Went into battery nicely. Okay. Hunker down here. Yeah. Dang, this thing's a shooter. Let's, hey, put some more in that thing. Let's try some smaller targets, see how I do on them. We're shooting bulk S&B ammunition today. S&B 115 grain. Brass cartridge and the brass bullet. This ammunition's compliments of, who gave me this? One of my material supporters gave me a case of this stuff. Oh, Bragg, yeah. Bragg About It Guns and Ammo. One of my material supporters. That's 15 there. Let's put 15 down there and see how it shoots. Let's not get carried away. All right. Get it up here. Let's try the steel silhouette again a couple of times. All right, let's try the 12-inch square plate. Yep. Let's try the old isosceles. Oh, yeah. It's hard to hit because it's wide at the bottom and narrow at the top. And I made it that way on purpose because I thought it would make it hard to hit if it was an odd shape. And it is. All right, let's try a 6-inch round plate at 25 yards. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Swinging. This is a real shooter. All right. Oh, let's go down range. Look at the old accuracy. Let's see. Kind of swinging around there a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. That's 2 X's. 1, 2, 3 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. If it breaks the line, it's generally scored as the next highest one. Okay, there's an 8 and there's an 8. That's 10. That's not bad. That's good center of mass hard body shots. Pretty good accuracy. Pretty acceptable. And just wearing the old 25-yard steel's out. I think I hit that steel silhouette every time. That produces pretty good accuracy. I've tested several of the SARs over here. P9, PCs, PDCs, several of the SARs over the past couple of years, and I find that they work really well, but they don't shoot as good as this gun does. Well, here comes the train. The old AR24, I'm going to count it as the best of the I'm going to count it as the best CZ75 copy that I've tested so far, and I've been doing this channel for about 4 years. This is from Apache Armaments. Apache Armaments has a retail showroom in Somerset, Kentucky on University Drive by the Dinner Bell Restaurant, if you know the area. And they're located, home offices in Bardstown, and they do gun shows all over 6-state area. So check them out if you're out at the show. All right then, like, share, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me no dollar in the Patreon bucket on the way out the door if you take a notion to, and if you don't take a notion to, I'll just go ahead and keep making content for you anyway. That's the way I roll, dog. I don't know why you put up with me. All right then, we'll see y'all.